Here we are, the fifth night at DTE. That's Pine Knob to most of us here in Clarkston, Michigan. And here's a shot of the venue. Gosh, it's so emotional looking out here and knowing that we've got one more show to do at DTE forever with Bob Seger. It just boggles the mind. You guys coming to the show every night, and the weather has been fantastic. We have skirted all these storms that have been coming in and out, so we've all been really, really lucky. And it looks like the show for tomorrow, which is the 22nd of June, is going to be clear skies and clear sailing. So we look for a rip-roaring crowd, and actually probably pretty much more on the hysterical side. I know we're going to be pretty hysterical. But we had all week, all 6 shows, we've had to contend with these cottonwood seeds floating around, and a lot of us have been very susceptible to the allergies that are carried by these things. So we've got people coming in on this is a shot from the platform of our platform, the girls, and just a small collection of the seeds, and they've got people coming with vacuum cleaners, every couple hours to soak it all up, because it can get caught up in all manner of gear back there. So they're an awful nuisance, awful. And here we are, getting ready for sound check. We've got on the left Paul Bassett. He's the drum tech extraordinaire. He helps us out with all of our percussion and anything that we need. He's just an all-around great guy. And next to him is Barbara Payton from the back. Next to her is Mike Rush, who is Chris Campbell's tech. Chris Campbell, of course, is the bass player, as you all know. And then, of course, on the right we have Laura Creamer and her trusty floor toms there. that she gets going with a great gusto, I might add. Okay, so we're done with sound check, and I turned around because I just noticed this plaque on the door here, and as you can see, it's a notice that lets you know it's not just the band that says, "I'm sorry, we can't play anymore." I mean, it's the actual facility themselves. And of course, a lot of these outside facilities have the same kind of premise. It just depends on, their time frame in all of the local areas. But this one apparently is, they've got a strict 11 p.m. curfew. And that's really to help out all the neighbors for the noise restriction and all that. We were so excited to see Drew Abbott come into the show, and longtime Silver Bullet guy. Actually, I started working with Drew when Bob had the Borneo band, so that would have been Drew Abbott, alto, Jamie Oldecker on drums, Dick Sims was on keyboards, and he kicked pedals for the bass, and there was a percussion player named Sergio Pastoria, and also my good friend Marcy Levy was the whole contingent of folks. So having Drew come in last night was just a real big plus. We all love him so much. And of course, he's got a new record out, and Barbara sang some background on it and everything, and it's cool stuff. Well, folks, here's a sneak preview from last night. The set lists and our little packs for our in-ears up on top there. And we've added a new song that we've actually never done before. You Take Me In was a song, so tender song that Bob had written for his wife, Nita. So we got a chance to do that kind of acoustically. So that was just gorgeous. And the audience really liked that one. But, let's face it, folks. we could play for 6 hours and still not get all of Bob's songs in, and all the favorites that you want to hear. And it's just so difficult to pick and choose, you know. So we're trying to do the best. So we got a date off today here in Rochester, Michigan, and it's raining. So I'll be kind of cruising around the hotel today. I'm not gonna go out in that mess. I'm feeling much better. Had a touch of the bad flu this last week, so kind of soldiered through, and you know, you got to do that kind of thing. You can't just stay home in bed. So, anywho, getting all primed up to do the last show at DTE, and it's going to be very, very, very emotional for everybody. As it will you guys. I know, you know, you're the reason that we're all here. Let's face it. That's the bottom line, as far as I'm concerned. And I want to thank Jim O'Brien over at CSX. I did a really cool interview with him yesterday on his podcast, and he's just a fantastic guy and a great voice on the radio. We're so glad to have him still working here in Detroit, Michigan area. So heads up and thumbs up to Jim O'Brien. And one last thing I have to say, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm with this organization called airplaydirect.com, which is a organization based in Nashville with Linda and Robert Weingartz. And I received a Lifetime Achievement Award, a first ever female Lifetime Achievement Award that comes with a $50,000 bonus for radio marketing and branding, and I'm still vibrating. I just can't believe how the luck I've had. These people are so great. They do such a great service, and if you have never heard of them, and especially all you indie artists out there, come on, check them out. They handle thousands and thousands and thousands of DJs, and you put your music up there. They send it out. They have e-blasts that you can do to promote your record, and it gets out to all these DJs and downloads them, and they play them on the radio, and it's a great service. So I highly recommend all you indie artists out there, get on board with Airplay Direct. They are incredible. Well, that's about all I got to say for today. I'll be back soon with another blog. I appreciate you listening. Thank you.